Salve, galera! Tudo beleza com vocês? MX chegando e trazendo mais um game aqui no canal. Hoje nós vamos jogar Not For Broadcast. Pessoal, desculpa aí da minha voz. Peguei uma gripe bem forte, tô bem ruim aí da garganta. Hoje que eu tô um pouquinho melhor, resolvi fazer o vídeo aí. Bora lá então, gente? Esse game aqui, gente, foi lançado agora dia 23 de março para consoles, PlayStation e Xbox. Tô jogando ele no Xbox. Vou deixar o link aí na descrição, caso vocês queiram saber um pouco mais sobre esse game. Tem ele na Steam. Na Steam, se não me engano, foi lançado em 2022. E agora ele foi relançado para consoles. Nesse jogo, a gente vai ser tipo um técnico de televisão. A gente que vai ver o que vai pro ar, o que não vai, colocar comercial. Cara, eu dei uma jogadinha nele, achei bem complexo. Mas bora lá, vamos tentar aí. Vamos tentar ao vivo aí. O jogo tá em português, então vamos lá, vamos conhecer aí. Compartimento 1. Vamos aqui no equilibrado. Vamos ver se eu dou conta, né?
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Ó, que música dramática. Tá alto o volume do jogo, eu deixei um pouco alto aí. Baixa só um pouquinho. Dia 1, a eleição. Espero que não seja eleição aí pra presidente. Tá, o que é pra fazer? À direita,
Hi David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it.
Tem uma ligação, pode passar aí.
Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're gonna have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry, it's not hard, and I'm gonna stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forward.
O cara vai me ensinar por telefone, velho.
Right, look up at the top.
Tá, tem uma barra colorida lá. A audiência sobe, a audiência cai. Tá, entendi. Tá, a tela da direita é tela de espectador. A tela do meio é a tela que tem uns segundos antes que vai jogar pra a tela principal. E tem os 4 estúdios que eu troco ali nos botões. Tá. Entendi. À esquerda, olhar pra esquerda.
Have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again. You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us.
Tudo funcionando.
They go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly.
Olha pra baixo. Umas fitas de VHS. Pegar 3. Pegar aqui, ó, minha salada. Neil maluco. Alan James. Beleza. Ixi, chefão tá assistindo hoje. Ferrou, casa caiu. Olha lá o cara. Se eu apertar X, eu jogo o cara lá pra tela. Tem contagem regressiva ali, ó. 7, 6. Joguei certinho, hein? Soltar a abertura do jornal. Tá. Olha lá, a audiência subiu.
Sports fans everywhere.
O cara fala engraçado, muito doido.
Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be
Tá,
chatting
que hora que eu vou
with star
jogar?
Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going
Olha lá,
live to Advance
9,
headquarters
8.
to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic route.
Right. Button
That's
2
all coming up on
in
tonight.
3,
National
2, 1.
Nightly News.
Now. Lovely, mate.
Ah, joguei certinho.
Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Ah, o cara tá sendo maquiado.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Now. Lovely, mate.
But first, the votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Advance.
We often get a bit of interference around
Interferência.
81% of the popular vote.
Ah, usar ali o analógico ali, ó.
Advance appealed to voters up and down the country with their bold promises.
Ah lá, ah lá.
But critics have accused
Ah lá, eu
of
tenho que
a severe
ajustar.
lack of actual policies and of being
Tá dando interferência, gente.
The opposition
Aqui, ó.
parties all conceded
Na direita,
that
aqui,
Advance
na alavanca, eu tenho que
voting
ficar
rights
ajustando.
but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary
Right, it's
Jeffrey
going well. All you've
Como
got to
não
do
consigo
now is
ler?
to
Aí,
wait
deu.
at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now, the
Tá subindo a audiência.
count you down to the advert.
Nossa, cara.
Zero,
O que é aquilo
press one
ali?
of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the
Ah, o
bottom
anúncio.
right. I normally play the first one and the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your
Ah, tem contagem regressiva ali.
to hear the co-leader's acceptance.
3, 2.
That's all coming up.
2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy, I need you to fill after.
Ah lá, a revista.
Wanker Snatch is running
Foi
late.
aquela que eu escolhi, mais salade lá, ó.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy we use with you. I thought that was our little secret. It's all right. He doesn't remember anything I tell him.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Me too.
Yeah.
Build your collection week by week, and very soon.
Wicked. We made it to the first
Beleza.
advert.
E aí, o que eu tenho que fazer agora?
This is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb.
These aren't my cards.
1. Try and
Câmera em quem tá falando. Ah,
2. Don't stay on the same shot.
mais que 10 segundos a mesma pessoa, tá? Não
So
pode.
if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide.
Cara, como que eu vou lembrar isso?
3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience will see
Ixi,
who's
vai ser
doing the
embaçado
talking.
agora, hein?
Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated
Não
as it
pode passar de
sounds.
3
You've seen
segundos
programs
as
on television,
reações.
haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Quiet in the studio.
Your crunchy cube.
Thank you so
Olha
much.
lá, vai começar.
10 seconds, everybody.
This exclusive offer is available for a limited time.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National
Fui bem.
Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first off,
Mega 4. Ah,
Screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy.
Mudei
Megan,
bem.
culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to
Right,
the
go to
shop-
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his
Joined
name.
today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among
Switch to
the
2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I
Opa,
said to Peter,
tem uma falhadinha ali.
Peter Jensen, the director,
Give us a look at Megan's
is
reaction.
a wonderful chap. He
Lovely.
really is.
Now back to Thunder
I
Twat.
worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And do you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played
A audiência tá
Sergeant
subindo.
Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember
Opa, mandei errado.
the story of one
Nossa,
soldier's
mandei
fight for a
errado.
love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for
Opa, a
the
audiência
award.
subindo é o que importa.
Those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
Nossa, errei de novo.
I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today,
Tá indo bem.
we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult.
Cara.
Very difficult. But,
Tem que ficar prestando atenção. Imagina saindo fora do ar, tendo que pôr comercial. Sei lá, mais alguma outra coisa que vai acontecer.
Not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again. Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week
Right,
around
they've
Falou
swapped
palavrão.
Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
O cara falou palavrão. Aqui tá saindo fora do ar, ó.
It's not your fault.
You think I don't know that?
Now we're gonna squash the frequency back by dragging left.
Eu tenho que ficar deixando o sinal no ar. Ô, você é chato, hein?
Jubbly, mate.
For you, baby.
Next, we're gonna change the amplitude. Same as before. Hold down the right trigger, but this time move the right stick up. Upwards, mate. Upwards.
I didn't listen.
Cara,
Drowning, Lance, you said.
You need to see this.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
The virus. The sterility.
ok.
This formula. This is the key.
Bloody perfect, mate.
Ai, deu certo.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad.
Anúncio.
Use the clock at the top to count you in. Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you
A censura. Agora ele vai explicar sobre censura.
2 seconds behind the master screen. Here, when someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the left trigger on your controller for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to it.
Vixe, eu vou ter que apertar o gatilho esquerdo.
Stay calm, and you'll get it.
O LT.
And if you can't tell when to bleep,
Pra abafar o palavrão.
you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you gotta do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the
Ah, que eu consigo mexer no volume.
As you turn it up,
Ah, não, mas eu prefiro o volume assim, mais baixo.
good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down.
You want crazy? We got crazy. Crazy Neil's got crazy deals.
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the buttons on your controller to select screen 1.
Personality running the country. Seriously.
Olha lá, vai entrar a tela 1.
5, 4,
Tô um pouco perdido.
3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their
A
acceptance
audiência tá boa, hein, gente?
Cut to the outside broadcast. Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to bleep.
Well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern
Olá.
bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people,
Nice.
you saw right through there.
Olha o palavrão.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. It makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put.
Nailed it.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter
Cara.
for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us
Complicado
say
agora.
Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over.
Vai falar
They
palavrão de
shouldn't
novo,
be
quer ver?
celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers
Só ele que fala
to pass the
palavrão.
Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort of, probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got
Oi.
nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise
Prestar atenção nesse sensor ficou embaçado agora.
We'd have to
Get on the
raise
speaker, mate.
billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed
Tune on,
what's
it's
ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you pot twats,
the people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their
Tô me
private
perdendo.
clubs, the people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been, in the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again, just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. I thank you for your time.
Perfect.
Well, then, interesting
Que
acceptance
foi?
speech there from the
Foi mais ou
leaders of
menos. Não foi muito
And
bom,
our
não.
apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully, we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Dawson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're
Right,
Ah, e o comercial.
Thanks for all the help mate. I've got to go.
Tinha esquecido de jogar o comercial.
He won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
Rapaz.
Some weird fever dream. And
Oi.
I'm dying now or something.
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
I'm not coming for a drink.
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
Ai, consegui, gente. Caramba. Primeiro dia de trampo.
When the program's finished, you'll get a broadcast report.
Relatório, 3 páginas. O a mais A C. Nota A. Fui bem, gente.
And they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page. Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and
Riqueza.
how much wealth
Pobre
you have.
miserável.
That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care? This is the last page, and it tells you the state of the world. Tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks. Alright, mate. Welcome to the archive. This is where you
Ah, aqui é o
what
arquivo.
you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Pop in there now.
Aqui eu consigo ver tudo que teve, ó. Transmissões.
On the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Choose any one of them and select load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Well, in a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's national nightly news.
Posso acelerar.
Right, now let's take a look at the rushes. Right, this is the rushes room.
Eu posso ver os bastidores.
They're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go, and when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
Every day.
Ah, tá bom. Vambora. Tem os anúncios também. São os anúncios. Ó. Ó.
Don't worry, ladies. Now you can have me, Johnny
As
Hampsey,
atleta.
right there in your lounge.
Entendi. Beleza. Pessoal, vou estar encerrando o vídeo aí. Agradeço demais a presença de vocês. Meu primeiro dia foi concluído. Agora nós vamos pro segundo dia, terceiro, quarto, quinto e sei lá quantos. Muito obrigado pela presença de vocês. Se vocês quiserem uma sequência, gente, deixa like, deixa nos comentários. Eu sigo uma sequência aí pra vocês, beleza? Até mais, tudo de bom. Fui!
Well, that...